Hi everyone, this is Jenny from Jenny's DIY Studio, and today I'm going to show you how to do this headband. As you see, it's using the same stitches that I use for my crochet cowl. If you haven't seen it, I'm going to put the link on the description below, and also, you know that on this side I always put a link on it. So for this one, you only need a skein from your colors. Okay, so for this one is the pink one from the purple Pops Violet Current Pantone, and this one is with this color, the first one. And the other colors, if you haven't seen them, they're here. And this one is this one from here. Okay, so this one is that one, this one is the last one, this violet is this one, and this pink is this one. So one of the colors, it will be enough for one headband. And this side is, I will say, I'm an adult, I think it's 20 to 22 because it stretches, so this one is for adults. But I know teenagers nowadays, if it's a big teenager, like I measure 5'4", so if you're a teenager, your teen is more than 5 feet and your head is big, so this one will be okay. If not, what you can do is like do less stitches. Okay, now at the beginning we're going to start with a chain, and we're working in multiples of 6. So for this one I did 66 chains. So if you want it smaller, you know that you have to subtract by 6 so that this stitches from the middle. Since this is the pattern, you stick with it and it doesn't change or like make a mistake or something. So the chain, the basic chain, is going to be 6 times each set of patterns. So for this one is 66 chains. Now the thing is, on this one, let me put all this away. Now the thing for this one, as you see, is kind of stretchy, but when you work your first chain, if you use the same size of hook for all your work, it's gonna be like this way because it's gonna be like pulling it out. What I do is that the first chain I use a bigger hook size, and then the rest of my work with a smaller hook. So for this one, I use my first chain with a K. This is 6.5 millimeters. There it is. This is a K hook. And what I did with all the other stitches, I use this one is an H. So this one is a 5 millimeters. Okay, so I went up 1.5 millimeters up in size for the first chain stitch. Okay, so we're gonna be working on the round also. So here in this middle is when you're jumping to the next row. So at the end you see that I put it as a bow, so this is a good way so that you don't see all the jumping around. So we will be working in rounds. Okay, let me see what else. So for this one, 2 hooks. Remember, this one is a K, this one is an H. You will need your scissors too. And I always use a smaller hook to pull the yarn at the end from that center. So for example, you can use any tiny hook. I can use this one. That is for pulling the tail when you finish your work. Or you can use also a tapestry needle, but since it's only wrapping it around, it's easier with a hook to pull it. Okay, so that's for that. Oh, and remember, the hooks that I'm using is because I'm using this kind of yarn. You have to be mindful if you change the yarn, maybe it can get bigger or smaller because it's not the same thickness. So be mindful on that. If you're gonna use another yarn but the same hooks, just measure your first row of chains, measure it with your head, and remember we're going by multiples of 6. Okay, so for this one we're gonna do 66 chains. Okay, so let me put this on the side and let's get started. For your first chain row, so that's where you're gonna start the headband, you will need to do a long chain, and it's gonna be, for this one, 66 chains. And for that, remember what I said before, we're gonna use a K hook, that this one is 6.5 millimeters. Let me put this on the side. And if you're a new crocheter, remember to put your yarn in your hand, and we're gonna do a knot, and that's our knot here. Now we're gonna do 66 chain stitches, and you will see that this one is like really loose. See how big are those chains? That is because we want that headband to be stretchy, not like really tight, because if I use the same hook for the stitches that we do in the second row and above, it's gonna be tight on your head. So this will give you that stretchiness on the bottom side, and it will make the work look even. Okay, so right now I have, remember to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and remember it's down and pull, that's our chain. And here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chains, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I will hit pause right now, and I will come back when I have my 66. So here I finish my 66 chains. Now I'm gonna change my hook from the K to the H, and this one I'm not gonna use it anymore. So I put my hook, and we're gonna join the round, because we're gonna work on the round. And remember, be careful not to twist your chain. Now we're gonna be working on the back loops. Back loops are these humps of the chain. So we're going to use our hook, and I'm gonna put it under that bump, and we're gonna slip stitch. And slip stitch is pull it and pull it again. And there you have it. Now we're gonna do 2 chains, 1, 2, and we're gonna be making half double crochets all the way around, but working, remember, on those back loops, not on the chain front, on the back. Now the first one, you're gonna make a half double crochet in the same space that you did the slip stitch. And remember, this yarn has like a lot of strands, so be careful. And half double crochet is need to pull. Let me do another one so that you can see what a half double crochet is. You grab your yarn, put it in the loop for me it's kind of difficult because I'm trying to see what I'm doing, but I have the phone recording, so I have like to see on the screen, and it's not the same as looking where you're working. So it goes under this loop. Let me see how I can put it so that you can see it. Okay, push and push, and there it is. It's under that loop. I pull it and see I have 3 loops, and the thing is the half double crochet, you're gonna pull the loop under all of 3 of them, and here's another strand of the yarn, and there's a half double crochet. Then you do it again all the way around. This is the hardest part because you have to be careful with the chain so that you don't see all the strands, they kind of try to open. There it is. And remember to pull and pull again. So this is the hardest, I will say the hardest part of the work, because you're trying to pull all your stitches on the back of the chain, but as soon as you finish it's gonna be easy. Okay, so here I'm gonna hit pause, and I will come back when I done all the round and came through here so that you can see how we continue our work. Here I just finished on my half double crochet, and as you see it's kind of stretchy, and look at the bottom. Since we work on the back side of the chain, it looks so pretty with the B part under. Now for finishing this row, what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hook inside the top of that half double crochet. That means on the bottom of the 2 loops, on those 2 loops, and you're gonna pull that yarn in and pull it again because it's a slip stitch. Now here comes the next row. Now for this one, at first, since we're working the shells, this part, we're starting like on the bottom part. So here we are just leaving our hook right here in this loop, and we're gonna skip the next 2 stitches. So we're gonna skip this one and this one. Those are 1, 2. We're not gonna count as one where we are, so that one we don't count it. We count the next 2, 1, 2, and then we're gonna put our hook in the 3rd one. But there we're gonna do double crochet. So we grab our yarn, we do a loop, and remember 1, 2, we're working on the 3rd one. We pull our loop in, and we're doing 2 double crochets. First we do 1, and remember double crochet means passing through the first 2 loops and then the other one. So there is 1 double crochet. Now we're going to do another one, and this is working in the same stitch, okay, in the same stitch there. We're not moving on another stitch. And this is 2 double crochets, and now we're going to do the top of the shell. That means we're going to do only 1 chain. Then we're going to do 2 double crochets more in the same space that we're working. So here's another one, another double crochet, and another double crochet. And as you see, the shell is already done. See, 2 double crochet, a chain, and 2 double crochet. Now in between each shell is a chain, so we're going to do 1 chain, and then we're going to do the same as we did here. One, I call it shell because they go like a mountain. Now in this part we're going to skip 5 stitches, and then we're going to work the shell on the next one. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna work in the 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the 6. And you're gonna keep on doing this until you finish the whole row. So here is my chain, and remember you're working 2 double crochets more, and there's another shell. Let me do another one so that you can see it. And we do the chain, and as you see, it's gonna look like this all the way around until you finish here. Okay, and you will see that at the end we're gonna have 2 stitches left because here it goes the other shell. Okay, so I'm gonna hit pause now so I can work all the way around. As you see here, I just finished all the way around. So here I have my chain after this shell, and I'm gonna put my hook inside my first slip stitch, and I'm gonna do a slip stitch here. Remember, slip stitch, you just pull your hook, and there I finish this round. Okay, now here I'm gonna do 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm gonna do a double crochet in the same space. So I put my hook in there, and I do a double crochet. Now this one is gonna count as my first B stitch. The B stitch is double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. That's what we're gonna do on this side, so you're gonna be able to see it. Now after each B stitch, you're gonna do a chain 1. Now on top of the shell, you're gonna do a single crochet. That is, pull the loop and then pull from both of them. See, you have a single crochet on the top, then chain 1, and now we're gonna do a B stitch. And look carefully here. Now this one is gonna be in the middle. So we have 5, so that will be the 1, 2, 3. We're gonna work in the 3rd one. So here's a double crochet. Remember, B stitch, double crochet, we chain 1, and we do another double crochet, and it's gonna be in the same space. And there is your B stitch. And then we're gonna do the same thing as we did here. After the B stitch, we chain 1, and then again single crochet and chain 1 again, and we're gonna repeat the same stitches all the way around until we finish here on the top with a single crochet. Okay, so I'm gonna hit pause again on, I'm gonna work all the way around, and you too. Okay, so we meet back again here. Okay, here I just finished all the way around, and here what I'm gonna do, remember that after the single crochet you chained 1, we're gonna do a slip stitch inside this B stitch. That is pulling the yarn and pulling it again. And now what we're gonna do is 2 chains. 1, 2, and we're gonna do a half double crochet in the same B stitch space. Remember, half double crochet, you're passing the yarn through every single one of the stitches. Now you're gonna do another half double crochet on top of this double crochet, and you're gonna keep on doing this all the way around in each of the chain 1 spaces, like this one. See that space? You're gonna do a half double crochet inside of every single space, and on top of each stitch, See here the single crochet, you're gonna do 1/2 double crochet there too. So when you finish all the way around, you will start again with 66 half double crochet. So you're gonna work on top of each stitch and in every chain one space. Okay, I'm gonna hit pause and I will be here back when we finish this row. As you see here, I just finished all the way around and we're almost done. Okay, so here I'm gonna slip stitch on the top of my first half double crochet. So I put my hook inside that top of that half double crochet and I pull my yarn. Remember, we're gonna do a slip stitch. I pull my yarn and I pull it again and I tie there and I do a chain stitch. Now this is the one that I'm gonna pull to fasten off. Now you're gonna leave a tail that is gonna be 2 feet. Okay, like 1 and 2. And you're gonna cut it. And look at all the remaining yarn that we have left. Okay, I'm gonna get my scissors and cut the yarn. Remember, 2 feet. And I'm gonna come back with this cut. Okay, so here I just cut my yarn with my scissors and look at all the yarn that was left out of this color. I think with this amount of color we can do a heart or a bow or something small or even a shamrock. Those videos are also in my tutorials because they use scrap yarn. So I'm gonna put this amount of yarn on the side and this is my tail. And remember that I said here that I did a chain. Now I'm gonna pull it and that's my tail. I'm gonna put my hook on the side and this is my first tail. So here's the headband already done. For those that don't want the bow here, you can, you know, put the tails, cut this smaller and hide the tails and you have already a headband. But I like the look of the bow. I like how it looks here. So I'm gonna show you how I do this side. Okay, I put this on the side. What I do is I just squish it and I squish this one first, the small one, and then with the long one I just start doing rounds until I cover all of that center. As you see, it's just hiding all of those tails. And when I finish doing all this round, what I do is I grab my smaller hook, that is this one, and I pull that tail inside. So here we're almost done because I like a big center. And see, I have my tail. And what we're gonna do on the back side, I put my hook inside of all those loops, and what I do is I just pull it, and I pull it one time and a second time to secure my work. But the second time I try to pull it from another round and hide it, and there it is. And I can keep it that hidden and cut those. And here it is. Here is your headband. Okay, here I'm giving you a closer look to the headband so that you can see all the stitches and how it looks. This is the back, the inside, and they're stretchy, so that's the good part. Now, on the description below, if you want the written pattern, the paper pattern, I'm gonna have the link down there. Also, I'm gonna put it on my blog so that you have the free version of it, but remember that the free version has a bunch of ads and all this stuff, and doesn't have like all the pictures and all of those things. Now on the PDF one, you can print it out and take your notes and everything. And I will put some other instructions on how to do this bigger, and also how to do it with different colors. Okay, so thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, hit the little bell so that next time you can have the notification from my next video. Remember to comment below. I'm sending a lot of hugs and kisses. Thanks for all the love, and remember to share, leave me comments, and see you on the next one. Bye.